many of us have had to justify our team's headcount in the last 12 months? Did that conversation involve a ratio? Something like the average customer raises X tickets a year, or one support agent can handle Y tickets a month, or some sort of math like that? Now, does that ratio have anything to do with how complex our product is, how configurable it is, how many ways a customer can build something with it, and therefore, how many ways can something go sideways? But that is not how the model works, is it? The model is clean, simple, predictable, and entirely disconnected from the day to day realities of our teams. What it doesn't account for is the customer who has multiple complex integrations running and need you to debug all of them. It doesn't account for the fact that two tickets from two different customers can look identical on surface, same category, same priority. One takes 30 minutes to solve, the other 3 days. It doesn't account for that incident that pulls out 3 of the best people of your team off the queue for 2 days while everything else is piling up. As your product gets more powerful, more configurable, more capable, your support cases don't get easier. They get harder, more technical. They take time. And yet, somehow, the expectation stays the same. Do more, do it faster, with the same team, because the ratio said so. Here's the thing nobody says out loud in the headcount planning meeting, though. Not every ticket on your queue deserves human attention. Some of them are already answered in your documentation. Some of them are solved in a knowledge article that is sitting somewhere where nobody can find it. But you know what makes it worse? The customer who can't find the answer doesn't just raise a ticket. They're already in an unhappy state, not being able to get things done, and the help they need is somewhere else entirely. In a separate tab, in a different system, a help center they have to go looking for, while their work sits unfinished. The gap between where customers get stuck and where help lives, that gap is costing us more than we think. In tickets, yes, but also in customer confidence, in our team's time, and our company's bottom line. Now, what if we could close that gap? Not with more headcount, not with a better ticketing system, but by meeting customers with the right answer at the exact moment they are stuck, right inside the product they're already using, and when they truly need a human, making that transition seamless, complete context in hand. That is what I'm going to talk about at the Support Driven Summit in Amsterdam between June 2nd and 4th. I'm going to share about how we approached our self-serve journey, first of all, by changing our mindset from cost center to signal tower, how that led us to getting a seat at the table of the product roadmap, and eventually led to the building of our self-serve motion. It's a story where different teams, support, documentation, and product from across the company come together to build an in-product, customer-first self-serve experience. I'll also be sharing some numbers as well as some metrics that we use to measure how well we are doing. And finally, how this is indeed a win-win-win. A win for the customer, a win for your team, and a win for the business. If you have a well-defined self-serve ecosystem or are just getting started, come join me in Amsterdam, where I'll be sharing more about my journey and would have loved to hear yours. Thank you.